basketball fans, you've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. Anthony Davis was among the top candidates for last season's Defensive Player of the Year award. AD said he takes pride in his defense, adding, anytime guys feel they can score it on me.
Sure does, DA. Thank you so much. A moment here now to see the numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Ball out there with Matthews. And it's Drummond in at the center. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Now here's Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Drummond. That shot off. Good D by Lopez. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Wesley Matthews picks one up. You know how this goes, Clark. Some guys check the standings every morning. Others won't look at it at all. They'll try to avoid it. What was your approach?
Well, you know, we were struggling as a team during my time in the NBA with the Pacers, so I wasn't doing too much standing watching. But for those guys that are thinking about it, it varies. Individuals look at it differently. I would be a guy who wouldn't want to see it all the time. That's like getting on the scale every day. That wouldn't serve me too well.
And here's Middleton following the 3 from Chris Paul. Matthews with the rebound. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for Los Angeles. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
And here's Middleton following the 3 from Chris Paul. Middleton, the pass to Lopez. Knocked away and taken away by Paul. And it's the Lakers on the break. LeBron with the ball. Goes up and finished off by LeBron.
Tell you what, even though he's a little older now, James still a force in transition.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Giannis kicks to Middleton. DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
James wide open. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite-level defender. Guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
Now here is Holiday. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Drummond working against Lopez. Pass to Paul. Davis kicks to LeBron. Lock at 6. Jams it right over Giannis Antetokounmpo. Wow!
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Antetokounmpo, no good. And here's Los Angeles. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Down low. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
James Here's the pass to Davis. Over onto Tacumbo. Drummond trying to get himself free. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Here's Middleton. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Yeah, you know, when you shoot the ball as well as Middleton does, you want to be hungry in looking for your shots. I mean, shot hungry is a good thing when you've got the stroke that he has, mid-range and long distance.
And the dunk by James.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee, trailing here by 8. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Here's Holiday, following the basket by LeBron James. Holiday goes in, and the layup falls. Holiday's got 6.
An intense competitor. It's clear that Holiday enjoys going hard at the defense and finishing on them.
The shot misses, and Milwaukee the other way now, pushing it up. The shot by Middleton, wide open. No good from outside. Lakers leading by 8. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez, and it's Davis finishing it off.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
The Bucks have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Timeout called the Bucks. You look at James, what a contribution.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up.
Portis comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now here's Giannis. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Paul looking over the floor. The kick out to LeBron. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 6. Holiday against Paul. Drummond passes to Davis. Banked in off the glass. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
30 seconds left in the first quarter. Giannis against Davis. They get it back. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Hey, offensive rebound. Positioning is important, but nothing's more important than pursuing the pumpkin. And Antetokounmpo is always in the chase.
That's a 2 from Paul. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be right back after this. They put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Chris Paul. And it's Caruso in at the shooting guard position. Here's Teague, following the basket by Chris Paul. Teague bounce pass. And to Tacumbo. And that one goes long.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Davis against Antetokounmpo. Davis kicks to Harrell. High arcing shot. Ball outside. Davis against Giannis. And yes, it's good. Davis has got 6.
Hey, I'd say any time is a good time to give it to AD, but particularly when you're fighting the shot clock. Let him have it and go to work.
Here's Giannis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the Freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
Forbes dishes to Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks miss again. And it's Paul with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Here is Paul after the made shot from Jeff T. It's tipped. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Davis sends it back.
Davis's anticipation and timing, so good at the defensive end. This guy is a shot blocking machine.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 8. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team.
And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Andre Drummond.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
Here's Portis. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Paul for 3, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Bucks trail by 14. Teague the pass to Antetokounmpo. Teague with the ball from deep. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Paul dishes to Harrell. Left side Davis, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And some changes here for the Bucks. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton, and it's Holiday in for Jeff Teague. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. James is checked in. Now here's Portis. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Dallas.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Yep, that one goes in there. Middleton's got his second bucket of the night.
Man, I tell you what, Middleton does a nice job using his length inside. You know, when he gets in a good spot, he's a high percentage shooter from there.
Now here's Paul. He's got 13. Releases from 15. Here's Drummond. The shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
You know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
And here is LeBron, following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. LeBron outside, and there's the pass to Matthews.
Boy, Wesley Matthews brings a ton of energy, and I love that. Solid at putting the defense in a pickle and then forcing the contact to draw the foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And with his percentage at 87, he's done just about everything they could have asked when it comes to free throw shooting.
He's been a completely different guy at the line this season. I mean, last year, you weren't sure what you were going to get when he got to the stripe. And there's no way we could have expected such a huge increase in those free throw percentage numbers.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Paul. His last outing, he had 8 points. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. We'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And he trims the lead to single digits. Antetokounmpo's got 12.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 15 points in the game.
And you see how complete a player Paul is. Capable of scoring from anywhere.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. And that one's good by Giannis.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
James kicks to Matthews. A three-pointer, no good. Bucks trail by 9. And here they go. They get a hand on it. Paul with the steal. Drummond finds James. Passes it to Davis. To the inside. Deflects the pass. Taken away by Holiday. And stolen by James. Here's Matthews. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Lakers lead by 11.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Paul against Holiday. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points. And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick. A shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player. Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Paul with the ball. 15 points in the game. Three from Matthews. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Matthews has got 7. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game. That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GM.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Holiday against Paul. Here's Holiday. 10 points for him. For 3, Middleton. Matthews with the rebound. Paul finds James. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
I love how quick he makes decisions. I mean, if a shot is there for him, LeBron is not going to think twice or hesitate. He'll let it fly.
Ball against Holiday. Giannis outside. The Bucks working the ball around. Middleton on the wing, covered by LeBron. Shot clock at 5. And Davis sends it back. Now the Lakers on the break. Floats it up for James. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
When the lob is in the right spot for him, LeBron is never going to miss a chance to do something special throwing it down.
Giannis against Davis. Middleton outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Paul kicks to LeBron. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. LeBron's got 8 points here in this quarter. Bucks trail by 16. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And he lobs it up, and LeBron throws it down.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit.
And the Lakers making a change here. Back to Holiday. 1:06 left in the third.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
59 seconds left to play in the third. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks making a switch here. Teague's checked in. And Antetokounmpo inside. He's defended by Harrell.
The patience that Antetokounmpo plays with is really impressive for such a young guy. I mean, he doesn't rush anything.
And a deep three from James. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And Teague, here we go. And the shot goes in.
And every small guy should have this shot. Teague loves the float. Nearly unguardable shot when he gets it up that quick.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. LeBron against Holiday. Loads it up there for Harrell. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. But he stays with it. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And so it's Los Angeles. With a 21-point lead to end the quarter, the scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll work harder on offense.
And I love what Coach Budenholzer said. Just keep gutting through it, and eventually something positive will happen.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So for the Lakers right now, Markieff Morris is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 2 guard. He gets that one. Morris has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Lakers. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one.
Hey, T's not a big guy, but he's not really pint-sized. Nonetheless, impressive work for the little fella to get it done inside.
Stolen by Tucker. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. And Holiday throws it down.
He's an explosive, athletic guard. And I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
Morris passes to LeBron. Shoots over Tucker. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
Shots good by Middleton.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Los Angeles leading by 16. From deep, James. Rebounded by Tucker.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Teague can't hit. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Over to the wing. It's stolen by Teague. Holiday looking over the floor. Morris against Teague. Count it. Good. Teague's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially...
He's checked in for Teague. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
That is textbook when you're talking a pump fake. Well executed that time by Davis. So good at knowing how to use that shot fake effectively.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Holiday against Paul. Holiday left side. Loads it up for Giannis. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Los Angeles leading by 16. Here's Paul. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Both prolific and efficient. Ultra competitive as well. Paul is a double-double threat who shoots a very high percentage from the floor and line.
And so he hits both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Shot's good by Middleton.
And that's a shot that Middleton makes really in his sleep, guys. I mean, he really gets going from there.
Middleton against James. Dishes it to Davis. A rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And taken away by Paul. James outside. From outside the arc. And Paul with the basket on the assist by LeBron. LeBron's got his 3rd assist on the night. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Lakers?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, I think the D's happy to just get out of Antetokounmpo's way.
Davis in the corner, uncovered again. Los Angeles.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take.
Player of the game, Chris Paul.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside.